Good afternoon, good as gold listeners. As you can tell, it is not Nick Grovich today. If you were listening to the radio show last week, Nick said that his three lovely ladies from American Federal are going to come talk to you a little bit. I'm Jen Miles, so I'll be talking to you today with Michele Sapero and Jill Lee, and we are the chicks of American Federal. I come every week and videotape Nick's show, so it was kind of a surprise to me when he did announce that. We didn't think he was serious, but he put us on the air, and we are going to talk about our website. We're going to talk about what we have to offer as far as the radio show. We are going to talk about the books that Nick has. A lot of times Nick does not like to talk about the things that he offers in his show. He likes to give you the advice. So we are here today to talk about everything that Nick has done to help his listeners, his clients, everything. And again, there's the three girls, and we are behind the scenes. We don't like to be in front of the camera, which if you visit our website, goodasgoldadvice.com, probably tomorrow, because the guys at Tech for Life will have our video uploaded, you'll be able to see what we look like. It's really exciting, so make sure you tune in tomorrow to see our video. But the things that we do want to talk about today, AmericanFederal.com is our website. We also have our new website that we are rolling out, which is Good as Gold Advice. This is all about the radio show, and it's got Nick's podcasts, meaning the video of his shows, or excuse me, the audio of the shows, and also the videos. So it's been a lot of fun. I'm new to all of this, so it's been a lot of fun to be able to get his videos online, because it is kind of fun to see. We're all nervous because we've never done a radio show before, and we hope that we don't mess up, but I'm sure we will. So anyways, let's tell you again, that phone number to call in is 602-324-1510. Feel free to give us a call. Tell us to slow down, speed up, repeat what we just said. Again, we've never done radio before, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun for us. It's a new experience. We're excited that Nick does this and that he actually gave us the opportunity to talk a little bit more about what American Federal has to offer. We do want to also talk a little bit about his books. He's put out some great books to help as many people as he can with their investments. He has mentioned before in radio shows about preferred membership. We're going to talk a little bit more about how you could become a preferred member. It's going to be, we hope, a lot of fun. We're going to throw in some did you know fun facts, because if anybody knows me, we love some facts. Tell you a little bit about, or following us on Facebook, Twitter. I mean, we're out there, so we just want to kind of educate a little bit. Again, give us a call here, ask a question. We are not coin experts, so please don't call and ask us about any coins, gold, or anything. But if you have anything to ask about our website, how Nick can help you, what we can do. Again, the books are out. We are the ones that actually mail those to you, so it's a lot of fun. We have the great job sitting behind there, answering your phone calls and directing you to our great guys. We've got Nick Grovich, Don Gauze, and Carl Lattis. They're awesome guys to work for. We're small. There's 6 of us in the company, so we work great as a team. But we want to give you a little bit of a background of who we are. So we are going to first introduce Michele Sapero. Thanks, Michele.
Thanks, Jen. You did a great job. I'm Michele Sapero. I'm a CPA. Started with Nick about 3 years ago. My primary background is with construction. I knew nothing about the coin industry, and I was called by a recruiter friend of mine that I had known for about 10 years, and she told me about this company, and I had to Google it. I had no idea about what the coin industry was all about. And I Googled the company, or not the company, I Googled coin industry, and I called her back and I said, there's no way on this God's given earth am I taking this interview. And she said, Michele, she goes, my best friend Jen has been doing this consulting position for 2 years. He's the most ethical man in industry that's not known to have a lot of upside or whatever. So please just take the interview. So I did. So I met with Jen, loved her, thought she was such a dynamo. And then I met with Nick, and I got such a great, warm feeling off of Nick, good vibe and everything else. And they always say a women's intuition is something that you can't, you just can't forgive her, is just there. So I did start working with Nick and everything else. Been working with Nick for 3 years, and I proudly hold my CPA with Nick. He is just such an upstanding, outstanding individual, and to a fault. I mean, it's just amazing how amazing he is. I mean, to listen to him on the phone with their customers, with their clients, and everything is just wonderful. A lot of times I like to sit there with my headphones on when I'm working through a project to tune people out, tune things out. But I do love to listen to Nick on the phone with our customers and our clients, because he's just amazing with them, and to hear the stories and how good he is to them is just incredible and outstanding. And to hear them come back from the road, because our guys do travel a lot, and hear the stories about how people were taken by some of these other places. And it's just so sad, and he tries to always right a wrong. So it's just such an incredible feeling to know that I work for such an outstanding individual. So I do, proudly work for him. And when I was working with him, working for him and everything, and holding my, license with him, it's just an incredible feeling.
You know what? I do have to interrupt you, because you said you interviewed by Jen, a dynamo, and I just have to say that wasn't me. Okay, it was another Jen. I'm the newest one to the organization, to our fun little American Federal family. So it was another Jen. So all those Jens out there, way to be dynamos. But we're going to break for a little bit, but first we're going to give you a fun fact, and we're going to be back with Jill, because we want to hear about Jill too, as far as that goes. But I want to know if you know the nickname for the silver dollar. It's kind of fun. Obviously, we will give you the answer, because we don't like to hold it out. But did you know that it was the Ferris wheel and the cartwheel? I know, right? So any fun fact we give you, just know that I found it on Google. So if it's wrong, hey, give us a call and tell me I'm wrong. Fix let me know what I'm doing wrong here. But we appreciate it for listening. Again, Good as Gold advice. Give us a call here at 602-324-1510 with your questions. And we'll be back with Jill. Nick Grovich, if you can tell by my voice, it is Jen Miles with the ladies of American Federal. And like we talked about a little bit earlier, Nick gave us this time to talk about all the things that American Federal has to offer, which is fun for us to talk about it. Of course, we're nervous because we've never been on the radio before. All of this you can see on our website, goodasgoldadvice.com. Thanks to the guys from Tech for Life and Carefree. They've been fabulously working with us to get this website up and rolling. We just put our brand new logo on that website, which we thank Julie from Coyote House Design. Fabulous, fabulous. We're so excited for that. So check out goodasgoldadvice.com, and you can actually hear this podcast again. You can actually even check out to see what us chicks look like. It's always fun to find out what a face looks like. You may be disappointed in some of us. I'm sorry, but you never know. But anyways, we want to get talking a little bit about Jill Lee. She is one of the fabulous ladies of American Federal. Take it away, Jill.
Well, thank you, Jen. Yes, my name is Jill, and I've been with American Federal almost 2 years now. I was hired in to answer phones, assist with orders, and help Nick and Don and Carl, whether it be planning their trips and just doing anything that they needed help with. Since then, I've become, I guess you'd say, inside operations with the company. Everything from receiving coins, inventory of coins, getting your orders out to you, keeping you in the loop. We received your payment, here's your tracking number, your order's going out. Anything that has to do with more of behind the scenes, that would be me, which is why I'm really nervous. If this were karaoke live, I would be much better.
With a beer in hand.
Yes.
Sober is different.
But my experience, I just wanted to point out how seriously great these people are to work with, and how genuine and honest they are. And the calls I hear them take and listen to, it just warms my heart that they are not pressure. Being a woman, I don't like going to buy a new car or anything, just the feeling of someone pressuring me. And I mean, they're just a great group of people, and they really have your best interest at heart. And I know we want to get into our website.
Well, don't you want to know about me, Jill?
Oh, yes.
My name is Jen, if you don't know.
Yes, we hired Jen. I basically had started with the Commerce Center, the Chamber of Commerce, probably 2.5 years ago. And I cannot say enough nice things about the Cave Creek Carefree Chamber of Commerce. They have been a terrific group of people. Patty, who oversees that group, is amazing, absolutely amazing. And I started there about 2.5 years ago, like I mentioned, and met hundreds of people.
I have to tell you that when I started at the Chamber of Commerce there, that you were my first girl that I think I signed up or whatever.
Right.
We probably started about the same time.
Right. You had mentioned that the other day, and I was surprised by that because I thought you were there much longer. Yeah. And I did not realize there's so many good people that I met through there, and some wonderful people of Carefree, and it's such a community, such an amazing community, and and so many of the companies there is based on a handshake, and everybody is just so friendly and warm and wonderful. And now I know why Nick picked Carefree to put his company there 5 years ago. I think January timeframe is about 5 years in Carefree, why he picked Carefree to put his company there, because it's just such an amazing community. So I found Jen there, and I've been watching her over the last so many months, and I approached her, and I think about June timeframe, and I said, Jen, I've got to have you. So, Jen, go ahead and take away on how you started with us.
Well, I do also have to say that I had a phone call the other day, and he says, I lived in Arizona almost my whole life, and I want to say he was 80 years old, and he has family here in Mesa and Peoria, and he goes, where the heck is Carefree? And I said, really? You don't even know where Carefree is? I said, do you know Scottsdale Road? And he says, well, I certainly do. And I said, head on Scottsdale Road until it ends. You're in Carefree. It's a little hidden gem for sure. It is a great community. Carefree and Cave Creek are fabulous. I've lived in Cave Creek for going on 7 years now, and my kids go to school there. But it is fabulous. Michele, like she was saying, found me at the Carefree Cave Creek Chamber of Commerce, which again is a fabulous group of people. I really enjoyed working there. I wanted to work in my community where I lived and be a part of it. It was a fun time. I do have to mention too, last night the Chamber of Commerce had a mixer, and I went there, and one of the things is if you give a raffle prize, you get to talk a little bit about it. And one of the things I mentioned was that we were going to be on Money Radio 1510 at 1 o'clock. So I hope we have some listeners out there that were at the Chamber Mixer last night, because it was a lot of fun. But yeah, absolutely. It was a great experience. I love working for American Federal. It is a great community, giving to the community. We're small. There's only 6 employees. Nick Grovich, obviously the owner, and who you probably were hoping to listen to this afternoon, but instead you get us, lovely chicks. But Don Gauze, he is a fabulous person to talk to. I love listening to his stories, and I love listening to him talk to a lot of his clients on the phone.
And he's worked for Nick for about 20 years.
Yeah, and you know what? It's funny. They do seminars all over, and one of the things that Don had said in the seminar that I watched the video on was that Nick kind of collects people. Carl Lattis as well, I believe, was a friend of Nick's before he started working, and Carl's great. We'll talk a little bit more about Carl, because he gave us some hints and tips of things to say, and we thought they were kind of crazy, but hey, you never know. We might get to those. And then us 3 girls, I think it's a lot of fun. So small little family that we have here. So I've really enjoyed my time. I've only been here a little over 3 months. I videotaped videotape the radio show. I try to work with the great guys over at Tech for Life with our websites. Facebook, I love to post fun facts on Facebook for us. So find us on Facebook, because you never know, you might learn something crazy. You can learn something on Facebook, but you never know. Twitter, the same. You might learn something new if you don't like to be a Facebooker. You might be a tweeter, so get on ours. We would love for you to check it out. We would love for you to call as well, 602-324-1510. If you have any questions, again, we don't know anything about the coin, but we can absolutely answer any questions that you would have.
Well, getting back to being in Carefree, I just thought it would be funny to mention our cross streets are
good one.
truly Lucky Lane and Easy Street.
In Carefree.
Yes.
Right.
Who can say that?
And a lot of people that we talk to around the country do not believe us. They're like, is your company for real? There's no way they can be for real if those are your cross streets. And I'm like, look us up. I'm not kidding you. Those are our cross streets. So if you ever been down to Carefree and find that out, you know, and you see and drive downtown and everything else, they've got a lot of fun names, a Ho-Hum Way and...
Yes, absolutely. And let me tell you, Ho-Hum Way splits off to Ho and Hum. So again, who could say these things? But it's a fabulous community. I've really enjoyed it. But yes, we have even more. Enough about me. I shouldn't say that. Enough about me. Let's move on to some other fun facts. Now, we do have the girls of American Federal here, so there's nothing more that we can talk about other than chick stuff. I know, Nick, you probably didn't want to hear this, but we are going to talk about some girls stuff. But did you guys know who was the first non-mythical female to be featured, oh my goodness, on any coin produced by the Mint? So the first chick that wasn't, somebody
Tell
made
me.
up.
Tell me.
Are you sure? You don't want to guess?
I know I guessed last night.
Yeah,
I
you
was
did guess. What
wrong.
did you guess? I think somebody said Susan B. Anthony, right? Or no, who was it?
Wait, Sacagawea?
Oh, yeah, we were talking about Sacagawea.
She
a
was
little
like
bit.
number 3, wasn't
Yeah,
she?
yeah.
She was number 3.
So, I'm just going to ruin it. Sorry.
All right, go ahead and ruin it.
1893, it was Queen Isabella of Spain.
Which
And
is
it-
interesting, being
Yeah.
from the United States.
Yeah, we promote our other countries. We like friends. We like friends. But the Susan B. Anthony, which we were talking about, she was the first woman on the dollar coin, and the second was the Sacagawea. So that's always kind of fun to find out. And at that time with the Queen Isabella, one of the fun things was it was called a quarter dollar, which I'm sure all you coin experts out there understand that. But to me, coming from nothing in coins, a quarter dollar, I try to explain that to my kids, that a quarter dollar is, 25 cents, a quarter of a dollar, something silly, but anyways, so those are always fun facts. We love to post things like that on Facebook, on Twitter. I know Nick has even talked about posting some awesome facts, which Nick's facts are not like these kind of facts. His facts are really make you think, because it's like, wow, how easy can this be if you just ask for a little advice? Go ahead.
I was going to say a lot of his facts is basically more money-making facts. Our
Yeah.
facts are fun facts.
True. We
Nick-
like to have fun if you don't know.
Right.
But,
I know.
yes.
We're a little bit more entertaining. Nick likes to give facts on how you can make money.
If that's important to you.
And we want to give you the tools to access all these
Yes.
things that Nick, speaks about and writes about. And, we do have a preferred membership club where you can have access. Nick writes newsletters. He sends out emails with special offers and just updates on the market.
And we will talk to you more about the books that Nick has to offer after the break.
And the preferred membership
And
club.
preferred membership.
Absolutely. When we return.
We are back live with you on Good as Gold, and Nick is not here today. So like we said, it's myself, Jill, Jen, and Michele from behind the scenes. And we're hoping the phone would be lighting up. We couldn't take enough calls. And so give us a call, even to give us a funny coin story, anything.
A shout out.
Yes, shout out.
You know, we do. Speaking of shout outs, we had Corey Frampton from the Mexican Coin Company on with Nick last week, and it was a great show. You can see it if you missed it on goodasgoldadvice.com or visit his website. It's pretty amazing the difference between the two things that Nick and Corey both offer. But MexicanCoinCompany.com is where you want to take a look at all Latin American and Mexican coins, things that Nick would prefer Corey to deal with. But again, we have to have Corey on again. It was a great show. It was a lot of fun to see these guys go back and forth.
And Nick and Corey have been friends for such a long time too, and whenever we need someone to bounce some ideas off of or to partner with someone, we definitely go to Corey. He's definitely one of our local guys. We also have some guys that we deal with across the country, but Rob Westfall is one of them, who's a tremendous guy, but Corey's one of our local individuals that we work with at
And you
Mexican
mean
Coin
local, as in carefree.
Carefree
so can
local.
you believe that? In Carefree, there's two coin guys.
Right, definitely.
I think that's awesome.
Definitely a good guy out there that we work with. We love him.
Yeah, okay. Well, next we got to tell you how to maximize your potentials. And we've talked a little bit, and Nick has mentioned in the past about becoming a preferred member. And well, what the heck does that mean? Nick puts out a lot of emails during the week. I shouldn't say a lot, not
no.
overwhelming by any means, 1 a week, 2 a week. But again, some of those only go to his preferred members. And these may be offers that he comes upon that he's able to offer to his clients, preferred clients only. So this is something that we can do. There are all kinds of fun stuff. If you go to our website, AmericanFederal.com, there is a section on there underneath members, and on there is preferred member login. We have preferred members that will go there, again, get some specials. Jill's going to talk to you a little bit more about when you get into the site. If you want to check it out, and I know if you're driving and you're listening to this, don't try it right now. Again, this videotape will be on probably our goodasgoldadvice.com tomorrow, so you can get the password again, but it's CoinCharts 2014. It's a temporary password that we're allowing until the 31st of this month. So go check out the fun stuff that we have to offer, and Jill's going to talk a lot about what is in there once you get in. Take it away, Jill.
Well, it's a great feature, which I know I haven't been here that long, but that has been in progress way before I started working there, about accumulating all this data and the information we get from the coin dealer newsletters and the prices of coins and your numismatic coins as opposed to gold and silver and precious metals. So once you're in there, you can take any coin that you may have, any numismatic coin, and compare it to gold or silver or platinum and see how your coin has performed in the past several years. And I mean, they've accumulated this data going back
since 1999.
Since 1999, and I will tell you that I personally enter these 2,800 coins quarterly, so that you can have access to this information. And it really, really is a great tool. It's fun to play around in there.
It is one of the fun jobs that Jill gets to do.
Oh, yeah.
She's our go-to girl.
And where do you get all this coin information from?
Well, from the coin dealer newsletter, the blue sheet and the gray sheets,
sheet.
yes, yep. And another thing about being a preferred member, as Jen said, you have access to these charts, but the offers that Nick will send out. It's what we have, and once that's gone, that's it. So the preferred members, you call and there's a great deal, our phone will ring off the hook, and once it's gone, it's gone. So I mean, if you're on our list, you're going to have firsthand information about these offers. And
yes, and it is a great idea just check it out. Just check it out. The coin charts, again, I'm not a coin person, but I've played around on it, and it is amazing to see I guess it's pretty much taking the hints and tips that Nick has been telling you through his books, on the in the radio, on any of his emails, podcasts, anything. Do you stick with rare coins? Do you go with bullion? Anything like that. But this will kind of show you what a coin has done throughout the years. And you said since 1999.
Right.
I mean, that's a long time to see the gradual, upswing or possibly decline. And you can see it and compare it against things. So it's a great tool. And again, it's only offered to our preferred members. The password again is Coin Charts. That's COINCHARTS 2014. So give it a try, check it out. On there also, only to our preferred members will be some deals on there. I know we've got a little bit of silver, we've got some platinum on there now. So check it out. If you let us know that you got on the preferred member list from the podcast or from our radio show today, you'll be able to take advantage of some of those offers, the silver and the platinum. That's only good through the 31st, so we just want to make sure you take advantage of it. You can sign up to become a preferred member as well on our website. And you'll see the login there. You just fill out some information. Again, you'll receive the great emails from Nick advising you of what to do and what not to do. And you'll have access to these charts and different deals.
And also, if you give us a call at the office, Nick has mentioned it in the past, but we will get you a copy of his book, The Big Lies and Absolute Truth. Call the office at 480-553-5282.
Don't do it now because we're sitting right here and we're the ones that mail this out. So give us a little bit of time to drive back to the office before you flood us with calls, since we're getting so many today. But yeah, let's talk about some of his books, because that was something new to me when I came to American Federal, knowing that Nick has written these books to really help people. I mean, to write a book is a big feat. So I think that's amazing.
And he changes them too. He updates them as with the times as well. I know his the Big Lies and Absolute Truth. He knows that some things are a little bit outdated, and that's something he does want to change with the times as well. And I know as well. The 17 coins you don't want to buy or hold is now become the 15 coins you don't want to buy or hold is something he as well has updated. And there's some other things that he's recently found and realized, and when you listen to him and pay attention to what he has to say, is some truths and everything else that he feels about some of these coins, and not necessarily on what type of coins to buy and what coins to look for. And when you do become a preferred member, not necessarily the rare coins, but the bullion coins, but certain years. I mean, they have the certain mintages that are out there that we will send to people, and why to go for certain mintages, because for some reason, there's only 50,000 of one coin that might be produced, but of 1 year, 93, but 2 million.
Don't quote us.
Yeah, don't quote me on anything. but 1 million of another coin, and he will tell you that and tell you what to look for and why. And the markets become hot for one reason or another and everything. And so these books will kind of help tell you on, and he will lead you to that information.
I just have to say that Jill and I experienced a funny situation where Jill gets all of the fun stuff, got a bunch of platinum, and of course I've typed up a lot of Nick's emails, helped him with the seminar notes, and I've heard the word frosted freedom before. Jill said, "Oh my gosh, come in here. We just got this whole bunch of platinum. Look at this coin." And I go, "I don't know what the heck I'm looking at." But we were looking at it and she goes, "That looks like a freedom." And it was a different back to it.
It was not a proof.
Right.
But I did get pretty excited.
Yeah, we were like, do you understand the frosted freedoms are worth a lot of money? I mean, to us. Wow, we didn't even know what we had. We were so excited, and I think at that time a couple of them were out of the office. I don't think we had anybody. I think the guys were I think they were doing their seminar. I think Jill and I were the only ones in the office, and man, we were taking pictures of it. We're trying to send it. Tell us we found the one, the jewel. But you never know what you have. I mean, that's what Nick, Carl, and Don, that's their job, is to take a look at what you have. We offer what's called a coin performance review. They will either come to you or you send a list to us ladies and we will get it to them. But they'll take a look at this list, give you some value on your coins. If you are a collector of coins or even have bullion, they can tell you where you're at, how you've done. So the coin performance review is something we offer, and you can see it on our website, learn a little bit more about it, AmericanFederal.com. But again, you never know. If you look at that one coin, boy, even though I didn't know what I was really looking at, but I'd seen a picture, and Jill and I were all flustered trying to figure out if we found that one jewel, but anyways, we didn't, which...
And if you don't know what she's talking about, there were some platinum coins out there that they had produced, and most of your frosted coin, or most of your platinum coins, the frosted was or produced or whatever with frosted. The Freedom was frosted, and all of a sudden they decided you can't see the frosted, so they started making it black. Well, about a year ago, they decided that, you know, to make it black and everything else, and all of a sudden they were all excited, no, we want the frosted coins, and it became a lot more valuable. Well, one had sold for something like $67,000.
Yeah, when we talked about the mintages, I think they said there's only 21 of those that were minted, so a little crazy.
It goes for a lot of money.
Yeah, so anyways, we'll come back and talk to you guys a little bit more about what we have to offer. AmericanFederal.com, check us out.
And come see us. Come see us in Carefree.
Yeah, we love to have visitors. We definitely love to have visitors. Come see us.
And good as gold. We all have things we've wanted to say, and time is ticking away, but I just wanted to end my part with, again, just how amazed I am with Nick and Don and Carl and their relationships with their clients. People call up. Yesterday I had someone call in. They're going to be out in Texas for a seminar, and someone called just to say, you know, I might not be around, but have Nick call me so I could take him to lunch. People will call and say, hey, Nick, I trust you. Here is, say, $100,000. Just break it down into what you think is best for me. And they let Nick do what he, you know, thinks is best for them. And people really, really trust him. And it's such a great feeling working for somebody like that. It truly is.
Yeah, in the 3 years that I worked for Nick, I've heard story after story after story after story. There have been so many clients, and when I first got there, you know, there's names that rang throughout, and they're just like, oh no, that person's been with us for, you know, 25 years. That person's in 30 years. Just go ahead and send it to them. They'll be sending their checks in and everything. I mean, we hear stories after stories after stories. So we have so many people that we know that's been on the list, but that's been with Nick for 20, 25, 30 years. And, you know, we were thinking about it. We read the literature. We've been with them. We've been following him, and we're like, you know, listening. We're like, okay, Nick, how long have you really, you know, been with the company, owned the company, whatever? So we finally pinned it down and realized Nick has officially owned American Federal since 1985. So 2015, Nick has officially owned the company American Federal.
I hear a party.
Right?
All right. He doesn't know it, but woo-hoo, 30 is a big year.
Another year, another reason for us to party. That's right. So 2015, there will be a party. So Jen and I are like all excited, all pumped and everything else, and coming up for another reason to party for sure.
Yeah.
So, and it also realized 5 years in Carefree. And so milestone after milestone after milestone, and just another reason, as she mentioned, to party. So we're making strides here. And June, realized, was when I became official member of the chamber, and that's where I really became part of the community, or we have, I should say. And the reason why, you know, it took a couple years is because American Federal, the guys travel a lot. They are in all 50 states. They travel across. They go to where the clients are, where the people are, and they just travel. And their presence wasn't really known within Arizona. And to me, which didn't make much sense, I just didn't understand it. And we decided, or Nick decided, he came to me, he said, Michele, I really, really want to get into the scrap gold business. It doesn't make sense to me that people are selling their scrap gold to someone who also sells hubcaps. And I'm like,
True.
You're right, I agree, I don't understand. So we pay 70 cents to the dollar versus over melt. Over a lot of the other places, if you go around and you shop, you'll find it's more like 50%. So we have a better connection. We go right to the smelter and everything else. So we do a much better job at it. And he goes, we can do a much better job. And I said, I understand. I agree. And it's funny. We'll drive around the valley, and we'll be driving around, and my daughter will be like, Mommy, she's like, why do these people sell hubcaps and also buy gold? I'm like, I don't know, honey. So that's something we do better. So that's another side of the business. It's a very small part of the business. Nick's primary goal and job and everything else is coins. He does it with a passion. He's very good at it. He wants to make you money. But a small side of the business, something we do, something that got me involved in the community and Nick involved in the community, is the scrap gold business. And with that, I fell upon the chamber, love the community of Carefree, Cave Creek. And with that also, which I mentioned, the Thunderbirds. Mm-hmm. I've gotten involved, and we've all gotten involved in volunteering with the Thunderbirds, which happens
So it's the Thunderbird Art Festival goes on in Carefree. If you haven't been a part of that, 3 times a year, but it's a fundraiser for the chamber, and American Federal has been there, and that's giving a little bit back to our community, our business community, because that's the chamber. The chamber is about the business community and promoting that. So yes, you have sat on Lucky Lane and accepted
many a time.
Yes,
come rain or shine, I have been there,
and it has rained and it has definitely shined.
Yes,
but that's a fun. And you know what? Another, I know the Thunderbirds this year are opening it up to a little bit more in Scottsdale. I believe it's called the Waterfront 2 times, but they have a fabulous show. But shoot, come out, see us. We probably won't be there on a Friday because we got to be back at the office to help our men. But the women will probably be there on Saturday, so you have to stop by, or maybe even a Sunday on an art festival, and tell us that you at least heard us on the radio.
Right, and if so, with the scrap gold side of things, please come in and see us. And wouldn't you like to get more money for your scrap gold than you would on someone that you can also buy some hubcaps? Yeah. And with the holidays coming around,
those darn hubcaps.
Right. Unless of course you need hubcaps as well.
Yes, Christmas is coming.
Christmas is coming, and so we could definitely help you out with that and dig into your closets and your jewelry boxes and everything else, and also silverware. We've had some people come along with silverware, and they've been astonished on how much money they've gotten into those silverware that they've thrown into a cabinet drawer or whatever that they've turned in, and we can send it directly to the smelter and make a lot more money for people. So another business we've gotten into. One
of the things that Nick always advises too is if you're going to purchase something, whether it's from him or somebody else, get a second opinion.
Right.
If you're going to buy coins, you're going to go into bullion. If you're going to do it through somebody else, he always says, just give us a call. Let us talk to you a little bit about it. There's no high pressure sales or anything. So the scrap gold, kind of the same thing with that is, come to us. Let us tell you what we can give you. If you're not happy with it, and there's all kinds of places that you can buy BB guns and scrap
and I'm going to expand upon that too. No high pressure sales. There's 6 of us. We do not have the manpower to have high pressure sales. Mm-hmm. And the other thing that he says, which I always find interesting on the phone, is if you have an ailment, something wrong with you, you're always going to get a second opinion. Yet he is seeing time and time and time again, people spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on someone who pressures them on turning over on their money, good hard-earned money, to someone because they pressured them onto something and just turn it over to them without getting a second opinion. And the one thing he always tells you, and there's no high pressure sale, one thing our company does is we educate. So we always tell you an informed opinion and for you to make your own opinion. So we highly always recommend that to you.
I know.
So
nobody can see it. If you're listening to it,
watch it, whatever. So we're showing our pamphlets, whatever. Yes. So we do educate people. We want you to make your own informed opinion. We are not trained to be able to tell you what to do with but we inform you on what you should do and how you should do it and let you make your own decisions. And we highly recommend that you do that. Anyone that pressures you on to spend your good, hard-earned money, your retirement fund, and are pressuring you to do it, don't do it. Get a second opinion. And that's one thing Nick and Dawn and Carl are very good about. They inform you and for you to make your own decisions. And that's the one thing our company is great about. We are not big enough to high pressured sales. So we want to thank you. We are coming close, it sounds like, to the end here, and I can't believe we've made it to the
I
end.
know,
Because
we
we're
did
all
Still have so much more to talk about.
I know. Hey, we'll have to come on again. But definitely check us out on the website. AmericanFederal.com will have all of the information you need on Rare Coins, Nick's blog, our events, where we're going to be next. Money Radio is putting on Financial Fest, which Nick will be there. Also, check out Good as Gold Advice. That is our website strictly for the radio show. You can see podcast, or you can see the video from the shows, hear it live. Also check us out on YouTube, which I forgot to mention, but all of these videos go up on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Give us a call at the office. It's 480-533-5282. Let us send these books out to you. You can also get on our website, AmericanFederal.com, and request those books yourself. But good job, ladies.
Right?
We did it.
I know.
We hope we made our men proud.
I do think we needed a glass of wine after this.
Okay, it's on
Or
Nick.
two.
Right.
Thanks for
Nick.
listening. If you listen to the whole show, thanks. For
Right,
Yes,
thanks for
thanks for staying with
Thanks
us.
for
this
bearing with
hour.
us. Thanks, Mom.
Yes. Thanks,
Mom and
Dad.
Dad.
Hi, Josh. Love you.